Morning everyone, and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to talk to you about a bunch of things, and one of the things that's really been on my mind is I'm very tired of talking about money. Now, money serves its purpose. It's a man-made thing that we all need to deal with, but I'm tired, I'm fatigued, I'm tired of focusing my life on what I have, what I don't have, what I spend, what I didn't spend. It's getting very monotonous. And so today I'm going to share with you some updates of our family, share with you just a little bit of my thoughts from here forward on my channel. I have a lot of housework to do today, and I really got into the 1940s Housewife. You're going to see a lot about World War II and the Victory Garden and just the old-fashioned way of living. That's always been my favorite passion. I never get tired of talking about that. But in order to go through all of that and share with you all of the things coming up here on my channel, I wanted to just pretty much have a closing chapter on some of the things that we were talking about here on this channel for the last couple months. I really wanted to get my point across to everyone what I was about, low spend, no spend, all of these things, to get you geared towards a mindset of going back in time. Going back in time for me, I always fall back on that. No matter what happens in my life, I always fall back on going back into time because that's what gives me the most peace. Right now in the news, we hear wars and rumors of wars. We hear kidnappings and ransom letters and all kinds of horrible things that are happening in the world. And it's really hard to stay focused on our lives when so much externally is happening in the world around us. And it's really easy for things to steal our joy or to cause us to become extremely anxious about life. And those of you who are like me, very sensitive, this is a real hard world to live in. I can only imagine the homemaker during World War II and homemaking throughout the centuries. Money was always a concern. Every day wondering how you're going to make your ends meet. Every day wondering, how are you going to feed your family? How are you going to process your life each and every day? And I think that we become super hyper sensitive to things like that. But yet, during those times, in all eras of life, there was just the everyday life of homemaking and the everyday life of being with your loved ones and being with your family. So while not having money and having money was important and a big subject in their lives, it wasn't everything. In other words, they didn't stop living because they didn't have money. And they continued to live the best that they could, and life goes on. Maybe it's time for me on my channel to show you things that I am doing and let you come up with your own way of living. It's little things that make a big difference. It's not just one thing that I do or one thing that I don't do. It's everyday habits, like making homemade soap, to wash your dishes. Unique things on my channel, like using this. This is from the 1940s, and it has a homemade bar of soap in it. Yeah, that's how you wash your dishes back then. I don't know. know, I think I've come to the point where I can't imagine every day having to talk about finances and talk about money, because that's something that is not really something on my radar in my normal everyday life. In fact, I never even worried about money up until I was the one that was earning the paycheck. I guess I was kind of naive about things and oblivious to what the real world's like, until I was the one that had to earn it. But I think now it's going to be fun to just have my everyday life and have it in a way that people are going to really enjoy, because I'm just going to be sharing things low-key and just everyday unusual things. I gotta get these dishes done, and then we'll go into the rest of the room and the rest of my chores and the rest of my thoughts too, so don't go away. So it's no fault of our own. Life just gets so bombarded with so many outside influences. You know, bills need to be paid, food needs to be bought, life just goes on. And I think it's going to be really fun to share with you videos of mine of, you know, just like I normally do in my everyday life, but maybe show it frugality in a different mindset. I don't know. I'm just talking to all of you. I have all these amazing ideas. So they're amazing to me. I think they're good ideas. And I like doing different times of history. I love doing different things. I'm very eccentric. I love things different. I like to change things the way I look and like to have all kinds of different things in my videos. So I'm really excited about that. And World War II and just the Victory Garden and homemaking back then. I pretty much stopped at that era. I stopped at the 1950s. Because after that, then it gets more feminism and then it gets more of that type of thing. And I really like the old days more. Look at my hair thing. This was given to me and I'm trying to figure out how I want to wear it because I don't like it just plain white. So I put it under my red one. But hey, it looks different, right? Who says we all have to look the same, you know? It's fun to be different and to experience different things. So I'm going to be really talking about frugality, but more in a just active video type and talking about things like that. I really want to thank all of you who watched my videos in December, January, and February especially. It was absolutely amazing, and I really can't wait to share more with you stuff that we're doing and maybe having a spin on being the frugal homemaker and things like that. So you will be seeing my granddaughters in some of my videos. My granddaughters they are having school at home. And the grandbaby that's coming in June is going to be homeschooled as well. So this is going to be a lot of fun, and you're going to see us girls together a lot. I'm going to go ahead and finish cleaning up my stuff here, and then I'll talk to you as I get done with certain cleaning projects that I'm working on today. It's really nice that I can have almost all my books at one place now. And these are my keepers. It's kind of hard to do a video without sharing with you some books, and I know not everybody is a bookworm. So I'm just going to go ahead and organize these just a little bit more and spare you all of the boring details of why I love these books. I am making rice and I have some leftover pork barbecue, and I'm going to make it into burritos, and I'll show you that here at the end of the video. And I just want to say thank you for following along with me this morning. You know, saving money and not spending money can be quite boring. I mean, what can you say? You know, everything's been said, and I think for me, I can't spend money. I have to save it for retirement. So I think for me, it's going to be fun and make it more exciting if I just go with the history and find how women in other eras of life, and other eras, you know, in the 40s and the 50s and the 1800s, you know, how did they cope with living life without the finances? And so I got my bunny rabbit out. I got one of my bunny rabbits out. I know it's early, but I really wanted to get some of my bunny rabbits out and decorate a little bit outside. So I'm thinking that's going to be a lot of fun for me. And listen, it has to be fun if you put videos out every single day of your life and you're filming 80% of your life. You know, it has to be fun. And for me, it is going back in history and going back in time. And I think that for me, by going back in time, it helps motivate me, it helps me not feel so alone, and it's quite creative. It's quite creative. You know, back then, you know, women became so creative. I got some soap in here that I had out in the out porch, and I think that it's going to be fun, you know. It's so easy when you need something to go to the store and pick it up, drive it home, and use it. But there's no creativity there. What happens if you need something and you don't go to the store to get it? How can you create it at home? And that's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm really excited for this summer, especially the spring and summer when I can get out and be outside. And I can't wait. Other years, I've had a little problem with depression in the wintertime, but I haven't had that this year. Now, other years, we had a really cold house and we had things that weren't functioning in our house. So that's probably some of it. This year, I kept myself busy with the wood stove and keeping the wood stove going. Of course, my husband too. He helps as well. He just doesn't like being on the camera, people. I'm sure many of you are sitting there saying, oh, I don't blame your husband one bit. I would never be caught on camera. So he helps me with a lot of things. But I kept myself busy, and I really am surprised how well I did this winter time. Not spending money and then having snow after snow after snow and living in a little house. So you can see it can get a little bit tiresome, but I did really well, and I'm really thankful for all of you who enjoyed my videos. I'm not gonna lie, that really helped a lot. Getting on in the morning and seeing that so many comments and people are enjoying my videos, yes, that does help for the morale, and that does help keep me motivated as well. Take care, everyone, and I can't wait to show you some more stuff that we're doing, and maybe not quite so much about the money of it all. I don't know. Maybe just the old ways of living and how that can really do save you lots of money, but maybe not so much emphasis on money this and money that and money this and money that and money this and money that, and it's blah, 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 blah. That's how I feel about now. I just want to show you a life of women and homemakers who didn't spend money and